Hold on folks, let's think twice about who we elect as the first female president. Rick Wilking-Pool, Getty Images Hillary Clinton nearly claimed the title of first female president of the United States but was ultimately defeated by Donald J. Trump. Clinton took significant steps toward breaking the glass ceiling, and she's undoubtedly hopeful that another qualified woman will, one day, become president. However, there's one particular woman in the Trump administration that she would never want to see in the role. Page 6. Others have commented on this woman's ambition to become president, but does she actually want the job for herself? Page 11. Let's take a quick look at what we know and how Clinton paved the way for the next female president. 1. Clinton has paved the way for the next female president. Clinton's run was the first of its kind, and it made a difference. Brian Thomas, Getty Images. Clinton's loss doesn't mean another woman can't be president. In fact, she's paved the way to hopefully make it easier for the next woman candidate to run. Eddie Solis Doyle, a Democratic strategist and campaign manager for Clinton in 2008, told Politico, Hillary Clinton did not lose the presidency in 2016 because she is a woman. She was the wrong candidate for the time. Doyle added, she personified the very institutions voters despised. Americans wanted more than change, they wanted disruption. Next, what are the odds of a female becoming president soon? 2. The odds are still low despite how close she got. Other female candidates may not be in a better position to run. Drew Ungerer, Getty Images. Even though Clinton has paved the way, the odds are still against a woman being elected anytime soon. For starters, women make up just 20% of Congress and only 6 governors are women, according to sociologist Marianne Cooper. Cooper explained, if Clinton had won, women could have played key roles in her administration, positioning them for political candidacy. Instead, Trump's cabinet has only 4 women. Next, this must change for a woman to ever be elected. 3. Gender norms will need to be disrupted. Gender norms would have to change for another female candidate to win. Scott Barber, Getty Images. When a qualified female candidate comes along again, voters will need to stop thinking about the presidency being a masculine position in order for her to be elected. Kelly Dittmer, assistant professor of political science at Rutgers University Camden, told Politico, electing a woman will require disrupting gender norms and rethinking what counts as presidential. Even though Dittmer notes that women and men alike have begun this work, Trump's win has set back their progress. She explained, Donald Trump bolstered the idea of presidential masculinity in his rhetoric, behavior and even body language, and it resonated with many of his voters. Next, here's some key advice from a Clinton employee to the future female president. 4. Let's nod less and cry more. Clinton's former employee shared these words of wisdom. Spencer Platt, Getty Images. Clinton's former head of communications during her presidential campaign, Jennifer Palmieri, believes that, one day, a woman will become president. Her book, Dear Madam President, an open letter to the women who will run the world, delivers some advice to whoever that may be. She explained to NPR that throughout Clinton's campaign, their goal was to present her ability to do the job the way a man would. However, that robbed her of a lot of her own authenticity. The American public that elects you will already know you are strong, so if you sometimes tear up in public, it may help normalize the practice and make other women less reluctant to cry in the workplace. Palmieri argues. Next, the one woman Clinton really doesn't want to run for president. 5. Clinton doesn't want Ivanka Trump to become president. Clinton immediately dismissed the idea of Ivanka as president. Ilya S. Savenik, Getty Images. Clinton and her former presidential campaign team may be hopeful for a female president. However, there's one woman Clinton definitely doesn't want to see in the role, Ivanka Trump. Ivanka has reportedly expressed interest in running for president, but Clinton doesn't think she even has a chance. When Clinton was told by a Dutch TV reporter that, apparently Ivanka Trump wants to be the first female president of the United States, Clinton didn't hesitate in her response. She quickly shot down the idea, claiming, "That's not going to happen, no." Next, here's why Clinton doesn't think anyone wants Ivanka as the first female POTUS. 6. We don't want any more inexperienced Trumps in the White House. 2 Trumps are definitely not better than 1. Andrew H. Walker, Getty Images. Clinton clarified just why she doesn't think Ivanka will become the first female president. "We don't want any more inexperienced Trumps in the White House," she argued. "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice and shame on me," Clinton added. "The American people have seen for themselves what happens when a reality TV candidate wins." Next, Clinton has sensed this from U.S. citizens. 7. She feels a stronger resistance against the Trump administration. Clinton is optimistic about the future for Democrats. Win McNamee, Getty Images. Clinton knows she isn't alone in wanting the Trump family out of the White House. She attested, "I really believe there's an enormous amount of pent-up energy to take our country back away from the Trump administration." She continued, "And I believe we've got a very good chance of winning the House of Representatives, which will begin the process of righting the ship of state." Next, this woman hopes to see Ivanka make history as president. 8. Ivana Trump hopes her daughter will make history as POTUS. Ivana hopes her namesake will do big things. Grant Lamos IV, Getty Images. Trump's first wife and Ivanka's mother, Ivana Trump, clearly has different hopes for the first female president. In her 2017 memoir, Raising Trump, Ivana shared her belief that her daughter has a chance. "Who knows? One day, she might be the first female and Jewish POTUS," she wrote. Next, this author believes Ivanka's plan is to become president. 9. Michael Wolff believes Ivanka wants the role. It was the author of this book who planted the idea of Ivanka in the White House. The Late Late Show with James Corden via YouTube. Michael Wolff, author of the now infamous book, Fire and Fury, Inside the Trump White House, led his readers to believe Ivanka is interested in becoming the future female POTUS. Wolff wrote, "Balancing risk against reward, both Jared Kushner and Ivanka decided to accept roles in the West Wing over the advice of almost everyone they knew. It was a joint decision by the couple, and, in some sense, a joint job." Between themselves, the two had made an earnest deal. If sometime in the future the opportunity arose, she'd be the one to run for president. The first woman president, Ivanka entertained, would not be Hillary Clinton, it would be Ivanka Trump. Next, here's where the White House stands on this speculations. 10. The White House hasn't commented on Ivanka's desire to run as usual. The White House staff isn't saying anything on the matter. Sean Gallup, Getty Images. Although rumors have circulated about Ivanka's desire to run for president someday, we haven't received confirmation from the potential candidate herself. Plus, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders condemned Fire and Fury for being filled with false and misleading accounts from individuals who have no access or influence with the White House. Whether or not that was regarding Ivanka's desire to run, we're not sure. We'll just have to wait and see what the Trump family has planned, and find out if Clinton got the opinions of the American people right. Next, why Ivanka might never get the chance to run for president. 11. A rough start in politics. Ivanka and Jared had a rough start from the beginning. Wojtek Radwanski, AFP, Getty Images. When Trump announced that Ivanka and Kushner would be joining him in Washington as senior advisors in the White House, many folks across all parties raised their eyebrows. Though the businesswoman and her husband have been successful in industries like real estate and fashion, neither had any real experience in politics. Therefore, their hiring practically screamed nepotism. From the beginning, Ivanka, in particular, has been scrutinized and questioned for being complicit in her father's racial and anti-woman policies. She has tried to weasel her way out of being held responsible for her actions by pretending she doesn't know what the word complicit means. She even told reporters, who asked her about the sexual misconduct allegations against her father, that they were inappropriate questions to ask. Next, a change in favor doesn't paint a bright future. 12. John Kelly's arrival. John Kelly isn't a fan of the work President Trump's daughter and son-in-law are doing. Win McNamee, Getty Images. Kushner and Ivanka were sitting pretty in their cushy positions until Chief of Staff Reince Priebus was pushed out and General John Kelly arrived in July of 2017 to take his place. At the time, the pair seemed pleased that Kelly was trying to bring some semblance of order back to the chaotic White House, but they soon realized Kelly saw them as part of the problem. New York Magazine reported, during Kelly's tenure, Kushner saw his absurdly large portfolio whittled down to mainly Middle East peace and China policy. According to CNN, Kelly has little patience for Ivanka as well. He privately remarked that she was playing government, and he dismissed her child tax credit as a pet project. Next, under pressure that doesn't look good. 13. Feeling the pressure. The Kushner family is under pressure. Chip Simotovilla, Getty Images. Things really begin to take a turn for the worse for Kushner and Ivanka. At the top of 2018, Special Counsel Robert Mueller has set his sights on the couple, specifically looking into Kushner's family business. His business won around $500 million in financing from two U.S. firms after he met with them at the White House. Government and private business don't really go together, but apparently, the Trumps don't know that. Ivanka's business dealings have also put Mueller on alert. Trump's eldest daughter was once the head of his hotels, and according to CNN, the FBI has been looking into the negotiations and financing surrounding the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Vancouver. The hotel opened just 1 month after Trump took office in 2017. Apparently, a Russian-Canadian developer built the hotel. Next, a major scandal causes a breaking point. 14. A breaking point after the Rob Porter scandal. John Kelly is downgrading Jared Kushner's clearance. Nicholas Cam, AFP, Getty Images. Things started to go left for Ivanka and Kushner when allegations against former political aide Rob Porter hit the news. Both of Porter's former wives came forward accusing him of domestic abuse. This brought up major concerns about security clearance, especially since the alleged domestic abuser had interim security clearance, as did Ivanka, Kushner, and a dozen other unqualified White House workers. As a result, Kelly has taken action to downgrade clearances, including those of Kushner and Ivanka. Vanity Fair explained, by downgrading Kushner's clearance, Kelly expertly flipped the situation, using the uproar over security clearances to neutralize his foe. Next, an enemy in the White House already. 15. Enemies on all sides. Jared Kushner has been feeling paranoid since serving alongside his father-in-law. Chip Simotovilla, Getty Images. It's no secret that Kushner and his wife haven't exactly made a ton of friends in Washington. In fact, Kushner is starting to believe that everyone is out to get him. CNN reported, Kushner also feels that he has come under fire from his own West Wing colleagues recently, with the notion that everyone is out to get him. Apparently, Kushner is distraught over Kelly's decision to overhaul the security clearance process. He feels as though it's a direct stab at him. Additional reporting by Aramide Tinubu. Check out the cheat sheet on Facebook.